There we go. That's much better. It's coming through that joint kind of blurry. So what up, though? What up, though? NEMT University presents our Q&A. I want to go over this industry and then have a candid conversation about where it's headed, what we have in store, for the future. Basically, how to get started. People are curious on what this industry is, and what are all the steps to get started. So, in order for us all to get that better understanding, I figure what's a better way to do it than to jump on live real quick and answer some questions and go over some things on how to get started. Because when you get into this industry, there's different things that you have to do. Different states have different things that they require you to do. Case in point, when you're first getting started, always, 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 by all means, need to um, do your market research. You may hear that in for several different platforms, but that's really, really what you need to do. What I'm talking about is it's really important for you to know what's going on in your neck of the woods. Like I'm in the Detroit area, right? And somebody else might be in Houston, Texas. Somebody else might be in Los Angeles, California. Somebody else in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm talking about Patterson, New Jersey. So different things apply to different people in different sectors of the world or the country. And you need to know, what I'm saying, what it is or requirements in your particular industry. I mean, your particular state. With that being said, uh, what is the first thing that you probably need to know when you're getting started? Well, one of the things that you need to have, I need to start off with, well, do you have a business name? One of the key things that when you're having creating your business name and your business entity is having a basically a clear, concise name where when you're writing it on a check or people are trying to give you funding, that is something that's going to be that won't get flagged. There's certain it's like red flag names that you can't use when it comes to certain business industries. Funding and is one of them. I believe some type of credit or anything of that nature. Even though we're not in that type of industry, you want to stay away from names like that. But keep it simple and something that something's catchy. It's always good to have something catchy in your name where people can remember it, even for elderly people. Because those might be some of the people that you are uh, where you're gonna be transporting. So something that's easy for them to remember be that much better for you to um, create as far as business go. Now, one of the next things that you need to consider is the type of business entity you want to set up. There's several business entities: LLC, sole proprietorship, partnership. And what if you want? What if you didn't have the funding or the credit, and you know somebody that do have the funding or credit? Maybe you want to partner up with somebody and create your partnership. What I'm saying, the LLP, limited liability partnership. To get this business off the ground. Because for one, it's going to take a couple of dollars to get into this industry. So you want to make sure that you are in a position. And one way that you can get in a position is by you know partner up with somebody that has either the credit or the funding for you. Proclaim, what up, though? How you doing? But yeah, that's one of the things. If you got any questions, like I said, anybody feel free to jump in the chat. If you have any questions as far as what we're gonna, what you, if you're having any troubles getting started, just throw the questions in there. We'll go over that together. what I'm saying? So we can treat this as a consultation. What I'm talking about? We can do that. My husband and I are looking into getting into the business, and we came across you. Well, I appreciate that. Are you in Detroit? Yes, I am in the Detroit area. Yes, absolutely. But I appreciate you, tapping in with our channel. You say only we say what up to. Absolutely. So, what up though to you? Family. You right here in my backyard. So yes, I am in the Detroit area, and my goal, for this particular channel, in particular, is to, bring hope. First, it was to bring insight to the industry, right? Because, for a fellow person that just was released from prison, they have too many opportunities. So, with that being said, is providing, something for other people like me. It was one of my main goals. And secondly, I love the industry just because, not just because you're helping people, because that's, when I first got started, I met a lot of good people, and it was basically, I call them my elders. Driving in this transportation industry. I hear a lot of good stories, um, about how, I'm saying, this particular industry, helped, get them to their appointments, things of that nature. It's helped a lot of people. So what better way to give back than to get into an industry that can help, people. Um, Only looking forward to learning from you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So, with that being said, I have the reason why the name of this particular live is called NEMT University is because I have a private group, right? It's called NEMT University. So I'm having a website. It's a membership website. It'll be coming out real soon. We're rolling that out soon. But the private uh, community that we have, which is free, is nemtuniversity.substack.com. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can share my screen real quick. Okay, so we have a private podcast. Oh, we have a podcast in here as well as, I drop video in here that you won't get any other platform that I'm on, and it's mainly directed toward anybody that's trying to get into the industry, and we're trying to just have, information for you available, uh, for you to see, to read, for you to read, to see, to share videos as well. Like some of the, we have like a mini course. So some of the modules that we have in the mini course, we'll drop them in the private, uh, in this private group. So this is what, I built for the community, just because I was on TikTok for a little minute. So I was on TikTok for a little minute, right? And this is where I initially started sharing this information. So once TikTok started, doing their thing, you know, like banning my live because somebody might say something crazy in the comments, you know what I'm saying? So you get to a point where you get frustrated. So I moved, based on some of the material or the I guess the teachings that I was sharing on TikTok, and I moved to YouTube. Now with YouTube, you know what I'm saying, you only can go and do so much. The screen is black. Hold on. Let me know if you can see my screen. I don't know if I'm back or not. But if you can see my screen, give me a thumbs up or put a 1 in the chat so I know that I got you guys on the. Yeah, so let me I'll put that in the chat. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I believe this is it. So I'm gonna post it in here right now. If it's not, let me. I'll double back and I'll put another link in there. But just let me know if you're able to click that link. I don't know if that's it or not. And y'all gotta excuse me because I'm new to this technology. Shit, I know a little bit, but I don't know everything. Let's see. You know what? I believe this is it right here. Yeah, this is it. I know the screen is probably black, but I'm trying to put this put another one in the chat because it should be one of these links should be on here where you can just subscribe to the newsletter. And I don't know if the one I just submitted is the correct one, so that might be it. Yeah, I believe that's it. And if somebody you joined, okay, all right, good, okay, so that works. All right, so back to what I was saying. So the community, right? It has, like I said, we have podcasts, we have news articles. Um, Eventually, what I'm going to end up doing is having some special guests on here to like start sharing some information because me, I'm more of I'm private pay, and there's other people in the community that do brokers. You know what I'm saying? They work with brokers and they understand. You know what I'm saying the ins and outs of working with brokers. I've worked with brokers before, but there's people that's more experienced with that, and I'm bring them on the platform and have y'all, get some information from them as well. So um, that's what the community is, and like I said, we like to. I'm trying to build it to where there's going to be a bunch of information on there to help you. You know what I'm saying? Get started in the industry. That's the main goal. Um, I see you say proclaim. You say your husband is a driver. That's how I started. So that's a great way to get into the industry for one because you'll know in and about how what I'm saying this particular business operates. Meaning what I'm saying the to and from dropping off appointments. What I'm saying appointment times. How you can drop off. What I'm saying somebody at a regular physical therapy appointment, and you go pick somebody back up that's being discharged from the maybe the hospital, and you drop them off, and you double back and go to and pick that other person back up from physical therapy. So learning that that aspect of when you're going getting started, I think that's a great way for him to learn this particular business, and he can bring that information over to you. And then what I'm saying when you guys eventually what I'm saying start this business, then you'll have a one up on other people that because you have experience. So I really, that's really a dope way to, I would say, get into this business because that's how I started. Started as a driver, which was crazy though. Just to let everybody know my backstory, it was crazy. Um, I remember we getting up at maybe 5, sometimes 4:45 to get to the gas station or pick up the vehicle, and then be at the gas station by 6 o'clock. Some of the appointments started 6:30 and didn't end till like 8. And so that means I didn't get home till like 9, depending on where the appointment was at. So business can be, I'm saying, very, very crazy, but I think it's well worth it. Let me want to also share with y'all. See if I can go over it. Stop sharing. Okay. So let me go back. So I got some heat for you. Let's see if I can. No, So what I'm about to share right now is basically another document, basically that what we, let me share. They're not gonna let me share it. Hold on. Shoot. Okay, I'm not sure if y'all can see this or not, but it's transportation for the non-emergency business in Ohio. So this is basically a document that shares with you, teaches you, or goes over step by step on how to get started in Ohio. So these are things that ordinarily that you probably can't find on the internet because you don't. I'm not gonna say you don't know exactly what to do, but putting in the correct terminology to find these particular documents is kind of hard. So I downloaded quite a few of these documents, and what we're gonna do is over a period of time, we're gonna drop all this information in the private community. That's the reason why we had the private community. Because if you need some resources, this is one of the reasons why, what I'm saying, we seek out to get this information so you can see exactly what you need to get started. I don't know if you've seen that or not, because I don't think I shared my screen. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. I'm about to start getting on YouTube a little bit more, just because I need to learn how to work this live situation. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, so here's another document, right? So this is for, I believe this is for the state of Minnesota. So in particular in Minnesota, so in Minnesota, give you an example, Minnesota is something similar to Michigan, where you don't have to work with a broker. And since you don't have to work with a broker, you can go directly to Medicaid, basically through the Department of Health and Human Services. So if you had a business, transportation business, and you wanted to get started, so here's a document. Let me see. Go to the document. This particular document or this page will help you get started in the state of Minnesota. Now, one of the main questions I always get is, I'm saying, how can I find a provider enrollment form? So, work with me real quick. We got some fellow 313s in here, 248s, 810s, 586, 734s. I don't know if you can see my screen or not. Okay. All right. So this is the Michigan provider enrollment. So this is the that you would take when you start in Michigan, which is pretty self-explanatory. They walk you through the CHAMP system. They walk you through, um, you know, uh, partnering with DHS. You know, anything that deals with setting up your NEMT business in the state of Michigan. This document right here. I'm gonna drop these two documents in the. Let's see if I can do that right now while we on here. Okay. Let's see. Damn. You know, I'm gonna have to do it when we get off. So I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be able to do it while we're on here. So I don't want to waste no time. Just in case somebody got some questions. But just know, I'm gonna drop that document. I'm gonna drop the Ohio document and the Minnesota document, so everybody in the community can have that. But I'm gonna scroll through this document because, like I said, proclaim Michael. I believe that's your name. I want to know what's your. I'm gonna say your government. Never mind. We ain't gonna do that. But check this out. Check this document out. So register with Michigan Login and the Champs. You get registered in the state of Michigan. Michigan One Stop Login Solution. Basically, you go to MI Login right here. That'll be the website. Then you create your account. From there, you're gonna go down. Oh, I think I'm probably not. So, quick question: while I'm scrolling through this, can y'all see the screen while I'm scrolling, or do I need to go back and forth? Because I don't know how this works. I don't know if you guys seeing exactly what I'm doing or not. That's what's confusing part about it. Because when I'm on that screen, or see the screen, I know last time y'all said it was blacked out, so I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste time because I want you to get this understanding of the information while we here, and don't want to have y'all business misconstrued for one. They think they can jump into it and they can get it done in 30 days. Well, process as far as this business goes. The process usually takes about, I would say, about 4 months or so. So, if you don't think you had the time or the patience, I'm gonna tell you this is not what you want to sign up for. But I'm gonna tell you on the long end, I would say go ahead and stick it out because you know what I'm saying you're gonna be dealing with government entities, so it's based off how quickly they can process information. Okay, so if you can't, process, you know what I'm saying, or you can't stand that waiting time, it's going to be a long road for you. Another thing I want to clear: majority of the time, when you're first starting off and you're working with brokers, there's like a 30-day, a net 30 that you have to wait before you get your first payment. I know I might be jumping all over the place, but I just want to give some information as it comes to my mind. So what I mean by that is you're going to work the first 30 days without getting a payment from Medicaid, but then after that, you'll get your payment, and then it'll roll like clockwork as long as you submit the paperwork, on time, you get paid on time. But when you first get started, though, there's going to be a net 30, meaning that you're going to work that 30 days in a hole before you get that payment, that first payment from Medicaid, because you're dealing with your processing your application, processing the payment, and all that. So that takes time. It takes about 3 to 4 weeks, which is technically 30 days. So I don't want to discourage nobody, just so you know that. I don't want to discourage you, but I just want to give you that game, a heads up, because majority of the team, I see the screen, just I don't see. Okay. You don't see it scrolling. Okay. But I just don't want nobody to get, get this game misconstrued, because people coming in like, hey, look, I can make $5,000-$10,000, which is true, what I'm saying. But I want you to know when you're first getting your first payment out of the gate, majority of the time, not all the time, but majority of the time, that first payment is delayed for like 30 days. But let me go back to the screen so you can see, so I can scroll through so you can see more of this application. Okay, so all right, you set up your email, saying click You're Not a Robot. Then the next thing you're gonna want to do is scroll back. So enter your passcode. So you'll be entering your passcode. Set up your profile. So you're gonna create your profile, enter your name, last name, and all that. You're gonna agree to the terms. After that, we're gonna go. Now you gotta set up your phone number. It's gonna be the next thing you do. Phone number verification. Whatever your work phone number you're going to use a cell phone, use a cell phone. You can use things such as Grasshopper. They have business lines. You know what I'm saying? There's several VoIPs out there that you can use, or you can just use your cell phone. Now, if you have a cell phone with a major carrier like AT&T, say for instance, Verizon or somebody like that, if you want to, you can transfer your personal line into a business line. You know, because eventually what you want to do is you want to build business credit as well. That's another thing that people don't talk about. You want to be building business credit in this business as well. So once you starting off, you know what I'm saying, you're getting that EIN number, you're getting that business entity set up. You want to get your DUNS number. Let me show you DUNS real quick. So building business, you um, a wheelchair accessible vehicle, where it's going to cost anywhere from $12,000 all the way on up used. So if that's the case, then you want to make sure that you are building up business credit so you can be able to get you some funding. So this is one of the places where you can get. This is where you want to set up your business DUNS number, where you're building up your business credit. You're also building up business credit with Equifax and Experian. Yeah, Equifax and Experian as well. They also have their own business lines of credit or business credit profiles. Is it hard to get contracts? Okay, so what do you mean by contracts? If you're talking about private pay, so it takes a little work to get private pay clients. Sometimes you can just go in there and you can, say for instance, you are a wheelchair accessible company, and this particular, we'll say this dialysis clinic needs that particular service because they just have an ambulatory type of business. Well, then you can go in there. You can take your brochure in there, and you basically write up a proposal. Because basically, what they probably going to want to do is either like a 90-day contract with you to see basically how your business can handle this particular operation, meaning their their clients. So I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's not as easy as we all want it to be. I wish it would be more where you can just go, because another thing that when you're contacting these private medical facilities, sometimes speaking directly to the correct person is imperative too, because sometimes you might be talking to somebody at the front desk and they have nothing to do with the transportation or social services, meaning people that handle the daily transportation schedule. So you might be talking to the wrong person. So there's certain ways that you have to go about getting into uh, private pay, because you want to make sure you're talking to the correct person. You can leave your information with somebody and they just sit it over to the side and uh, don't facilitate it to the right person. Meaning they might have thought they took it to say Beverly in human resources, where it should have been Kim in the social service department. It's all about what I'm saying, getting into the, like I said, the correct people that have that information uh, for you to get your information in front of them. So I would say no, so especially not in I ain't gonna say not in Michigan, but in Michigan, where we at, in the Detroit area, there's plenty of medical, as you know, there's a lot of medical facilities out here, and there's a lot of NEMT companies or private transportation companies that are dropping the ball, I would say, where they get these contracts and they start messing over the clients, maybe because they're making a lot of money or hiring bad drivers or whatever the case may be, and they're just messing things up. And this is where you can, what I'm saying, ease on in the door that way, because like I said, some clients are getting left at these appointments and never making it home, or then I'm gonna say never making it home, but not making it home at a reasonable time, and they're getting frustrated with these providers. Some of these providers need to be like I said, they should be reprimanded. But that just makes it better for people like you, people like me, that have upstanding business model and come in there and get those contracts. So it's all about networking. Uh, in the end, you know, going there, rubbing shoulders. You don't also when you're doing private pay, you want to um, make yourself known. You know what I mean by that is you might the first initial uh, contact with this medical facility, you'll go in there, introduce yourself, drop off a brochure. The next the next conversation could be an email. I'll do a follow up email. Just to tell them that nice to meet you. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. I would maybe in the near future like to speak with you further about the type of services that I offer, and maybe what I'm saying, have a cup of coffee or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you just want to, and then after that second conversation, that third conversation is you might just send, you know, some donuts or something, or saying something pleasant over to that medical facility, just so they know who you are and that you're interested in them in the medical facility. There's several ways that you can go about you know keeping your name or your business name in their mind, in the back of their mind, because they might have a contract with a particular group or facility, but it might not be. They might be coming to an end in like 3 months. It might be a 3 year, what we say, like a 3 year contract or a 2 year contract. And it might be coming to an end. So this is where they might not want to renew it. They might want to explore the options. So with that being said, that could be something that you could come in and do. You know, but let me go back to. All right, passcode verification. We already did that. Mobile phone verification. Okay. Okay, I'm back on this. All right. So we're back on it again. So this is the mobile phone verification. We're still on Michigan, just so you know. Um, and that's basically self-explanatory. You put it in your mobile phone, and they're going to send you a verification code via text message or voice call. So that's where you're going to get verified that way. I'm just going to let you see exactly what it is. So passcode verification, that's when they send you that code, and you're going to put that code here. So that's when I said this is going to be a step-by-step process. This is why Michigan is one of the best as far as putting this presentation together, because it walks you all the way through it. Then you create your username right here. Password. You create your password from your password. And then once you have done that, now you're in there like swimwear, right? So then you'll be entering the online database. Once you enter the online database, this is where we start creating the magic. So now you'll be entering the champ system. So if you see it says champs, and then you're gonna start hitting the correct boxes. Anything you see in red, as you know, this is gonna be where you're filling out the information. So we're going to be dealing with Department of Health and Human Services. This is where the Medicaid is directly linked to. So if you're going to be dealing with Medicaid clients, say for instance, you want to do student transportation, which is pretty big out here in Michigan, especially. You want to do student transportation. So this is where you will get your student transportation leads from, or your clients, because DHS is the one that help facilitate this, and if they have anybody in that particular district. So I'm in Wayne County District, and so depending on what region, what part of Wayne County I want to service, there are certain school districts, as you know. You could be downriver, you can be in the west side of Detroit, you can be in southwest Detroit, where my wife is from, or you can be, I'm saying, the west side, north end, anywhere. So there's certain school districts that you can um, facilitate, and this is where the Department DHS comes into play, because this is how you will get your Medicaid clients. So moving on, we can go to welcome to the champs, right? So now you're gonna be starting the champs information. So initially, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be becoming a provider. As you know, you're a transportation provider. So anything that pertains to the application, you'll be a provider. You're not gonna be an individual or anything of that nature. You'll be somebody providing the service. So with that being said, this is it's going to take you through the provider process. So provider, you'll click that. Next, this will be your next screen. Your request is being processed. We go through that. All right. Now we're going to get into the terms and conditions. Now you want to check that box, scroll through the terms and conditions, because they want you to read that. I know how most people is, what I'm saying, you're gonna fly by it, but just know, might be some information in there that you might want to pay attention to at a later time. So, pay attention to anything, because you don't want to check a box and then if anything shall arise and you be like, I didn't sign up for that. Okay, but they're gonna tell you, well, did you check that box? Blase. So just make sure that, I'm saying, you at least you can skim through it, but then you hit launch service. And there we go. And as you see, you're going to be new enrollment. You're enroll as a new provider. All right, so this is a new provider enrollment. Steps on how to complete a new CHAMPS enrollment for non-emergency medical transportation, individual instructions. So if you got any questions about this particular process, because like I said, Michigan is pretty self-explanatory. It might be kind of harder maybe in states like Oregon or something, or some places like that, or Washington. I think Washington was pretty dope though. I think the application is pretty dope. But different states have, I'm saying, different process, ways that they might, some of them just throw you to the wolves, meaning they don't give you an explanation on how to fill out this information. Like I said, Michigan, a couple other states is one of the front runners and dope, people that or dope organizations that, walk you through the process. If you got some questions, go ahead and throw it in there as I'm going along. I'm try to share this. All right, slow down. All right, so next, non-emergency medical transportation providers will want to ensure they are enrolled in Sigma vendor self-service, the VSS system, prior to enrolling with CHAMPS. So how you do that is you got to go here, and they're going to walk you through the process. After completing the Sigma registration, allow 3 to 5 business days to begin the CHAMPS application. If you attempt to enroll in CHAMPS during this time, you may get an error when validating your information. So we have to go. What's wrong with you? Why are you looking like that? You just woke up. I can tell. Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I'm on live right now. I texted to you already, remember? look in your yeah, I don't know exactly which one I texted to. So this is the VHS system where you have to fill out the information I was just talking about. If not, my phone right there. Grab it off the charger. So this is where you register. Yeah, yeah. So this is where you register right here. So you can register with Sigma to receive payments and respond to business opportunities. So this is uh, in order for you to get paid Medicaid, you have to have some type of registration and system set up, and that's where we get started. So once you get registered and all that, I'm not gonna go through that application because it's not even that long. But what I want you to see is I want to continue with the shit. Where we go? Yeah, I just wanted to continue the process so we could so I can at least get you to a point where you're like, okay, well, cool. Now I know I got to do all those steps, and you can get off of here when we decide to end this, and you'll know where to go from there. So, all right. So usually when a person, hits me on the email or whatever, and they ask me what am I signing up for? So what you're signing up for is atypical. You are a non-medical provider. It's usually atypical in all states. So it's not just Michigan. It's usually atypical for all states. So if you see anything that says atypical, just know that's basically saying that you are a transportation provider. I don't know why it's atypical, but that's what they call it, atypical. And it's basically you're a transportation provider. But we have different terminology. Should this enrollment take place after getting your business set, which is okay. So no, you want to yeah, you have to have your business set up first. Yes, meaning that you have to have your EIN number, and you're also going to want to have your um, LLC or sole proprietorship or partnership set up through the Michigan law system. So yes, you want to have your from the IRS.gov. You also want to have your business set up. You want to pay the $50 or $60 to get your LLC set up in the state of Michigan because they're not going to recognize your business if they can't look it up, through the state's website. So yes, make sure you get your business set up before doing the provider enrollment form. Vehicle insurance, technically, no, you don't have to have it, when you fill out this provider, but you're going to need it when it's time for you to get those contracts or get signed up with either Medicaid or if you're doing private pay. You're going to have to have it when partnering with these organizations. So yes. And then what am I going to do? Let's see. How do you do? Shit is moving real slow. All right. Next, where it says application type review, please check this box if you are an individual. You're not an individual. You're going to be you're a business, but you are the owner of that business. So you're going to put all the key information, such as the legal entity name, contact email, EIN number, like we were just talking about, MPI. I didn't talk. I'm jumping all over the place. Just crazy. Let me go over this MPI with you guys real quick. You need to get an MPI for National Provider Identifier Number, National Provider Identifier Number. So provider, you are a transportation provider, so you need a NPI number, especially if you're going to be working with Medicaid. So it's free. So what you go to is cms.gov. All right, so when we go to CMS, then you want to, no, it's Medicaid. So what we're going to do is they have an online version, and they also have a, do is you want to go to apply here. Let's just see what I'm talking about. So I'm jumping screens real quick so you can see the NPI application. I have a video on my channel which walks you through the whole process of filling out this application. All right, so let me try to. Here we go. Told you I work with me. Work with me. I'm learning this shit as we go. So this is the NPI application. I can put my stuff in here. But create your account, username, password, set it up. And if you're having troubles, I would first suggest everybody go watch the video on how to fill out the application so you know exactly what to put into each box, because there's certain things like taxonomy code, which is 343900000X, but you would know that because I'm not speaking kind of fast, but if you go watch the video, you can be able to stop the video and fill out the information. But taxonomy codes, one of the things that you need to know. Atypical, like we were talking about before. If you have a Medicaid number, then put your Medicaid number in there. Things. And you get registered here. So username, password goes here, and then you sign in or sign up. I mean, you should. I'm sorry. Go right here. Create or manage it now. You agree to accept, and then you start your account. So that's for that. So it's going to take place after getting your business set up. Okay, that's the same question. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to the Michigan application so you can see where I'm at, and I can wrap this up, answer questions. But here we go. Come on. All right, here we go. So since you're not a individual, you are a business. This is all the information you should be filling out. Then they're going to ask you, send your home address and things of that nature. But I wanted you to see was. All right, so here we'll say we add locations and things of that nature. So once you do all that, you're putting in your information. If you have a business entity or business location, you're gonna put your business location in there. But I'm not gonna go over the whole application because I have a general idea on how that provider enrollment form looks. I think I got a provider enrollment But so after you get your MPI number, you also want to get your what we call PASS certification, Passenger Assistant Safety Sensitivity certification. You want to get this. They have two different versions for this particular training. One is an online version, which is $50. The other version, which is the version which is $50, is very limited into the training that they give you. That's why it costs $50 online. But then they have a more extensive version, which I'm saying most medical facilities and bigger organizations, this is what they are looking for. But it's $750. So you might not want to do it when you're first starting off, but I just want you to know that this would be something that you should get into. So passenger assistance safety sensitivity training. No, that's not the right one. Here we go. So here we go. So passenger assistance safety sensitivity training. This is where you are taught wheelchair securement. You are taught paratransit services, how to properly secure, a passenger if they have any disabilities, defense driver training, sexual assault, training. And there's different. I'll take you through it so you can see. So this is the PASS, basically the Passenger Assistance Safety Sensitivity Certification Training. So you can go download that ebook, and it basically goes over why is this organization, why was it created, and what is the certificate, and to make it plain, for you to understand, you need this. You know what I'm saying? This is what will get you in the door to these medical West Bloomfield here. You know what I'm saying? In different places like that, get these same contracts that you are trying to get. So yeah, this book that you're gonna need to help you with terminology, because there's certain things that we, after you're dealing with this particular industry for so long, there's certain acronyms and words that you say that most people don't understand or know what the hell you're talking about. So you probably know what PASS stood for. I wasn't saying pass as throwing a football pass. It was an acronym for Passenger Assistance Safety Sensitivity, training certification. So you can get familiar with this particular handbook. Will help you understand some of the lingo that we say out here in this industry. And so when you're talking to people over the telephone, right, and you're speaking to people in administration, in administration, they might say certain things such as body of chases. You might not know, you might be familiar, but might not be familiar with it. But that give you, you'll know, what I'm saying, what that is, what that means. Going to this as a resource will help you out in the long run. The certificate obtained by completing PASS. Make it is either a classroom or online or self-paced course that is designed to fulfill the safety and sensitivity training component of PASS program. There you go. So PASS certification, you're going to need this for your business, like especially if you want to take this to a 6 and 7 figure business. 6 figures is easy. I can tell you that you can walk on your hands by getting 6 figures, and that you are making $8,333 per month. In this business, it's obtainable. But it's all about balancing out your expenses. What I'm saying? We have expenses such as NEMT insurance. I didn't talk about insurance. You need commercial auto insurance. You need general liability insurance. There's companies out here that are quite expensive, to say the least. So you want to find, you might want to reach out to an insurance broker. But if you're from Michigan, such as Proclaim, you just email me and I'll send you over some resources. But that's one of your most expensive expenses if you are in this business. So don't get it fucked up. $8,333. Some of that insurance gonna have to come out that pot. So there's cost to operate this business. But that's the thing. That's the good thing about having private pay clients and being able to um, set your own rates and be able to um, balance your books, so you can eliminate a lot of costs. More than likely, you don't have to pay yourself. You can just allow yourself to, um, work in this industry and just build up your revenue, and then eventually start paying yourself maybe in the second year or the second half of the year. You see how it works in the first 6 months. You see how this business goes, and then you have to figure out what type of business model you're going to have. Do you want to work with, do you want to primarily work with brokers? What type of clients do you want? Do you want to work with students? Do you want to work with discharge patients from the hospitals? Do you want to do dialysis? Do you want to do with chemo patients? There's cosmetic surgery. You know what I'm saying? That's popping, still popping. You know what I'm saying? They just get those BBLs and all that type of uh, crazy shit. So there's different type of clients that you can work with. So you got to figure out what type of clients you want to work with. You know what I'm saying? I would hone in on maybe like one or two clients, two or three, maybe I would say two or three different type of clients. Meaning, I'll do student transportation, I would do dialysis, and I do physical therapy. Bam, you have three main clients that you can work with. So that's basically a general um, idea on how to uh, stay relevant in this particular industry. Oh yeah, see, it's another training: wheelchair and occupant securement. Really important. This classroom training focuses on vehicle lift operating procedures and wheelchair securement techniques. This training can only be taken by current pass basic certificate holders within 90 days from issuance of the. So you can read that. But this is what they love to see. That right there. And you can do all the rest of the training. There's several other trainings that you can pull up to. So getting into this business now. Let me talk about NEMT University real quick. I'm building a community. It's a membership-based community. It's going to be $97 a month, and it's going to have all the resources, all the ebooks that we have, the courses that we have. You also get one monthly consultation call, for hour and 30 minutes. All the resources that we have from all 50 states, or all the states that I have sources for, which is maybe like 32 states, that I have sources for, meaning ebooks to help you, to guide you, you know, broker information. There's several things. So that's what the NEMT University is about. And then the private community that I was talking about in the beginning, which is NEMT University dot Substack, which is a newsletter community slash podcast. It's this dope little community over there where I can just submit resources, I can submit videos, audio, and just talk to everybody that's over there, and just drop information that I can't do on this platform. Like I can't put uh, ebooks up here. I can't put PDFs up here. So that's what the community is for. So anybody that's interested, just go over there to, what's the name of it again? This is going to have everybody eventually. Okay, come on. So NEMT University Substack. This is what I want you to see. So NEMT University newsletter. So as you see, we have a podcast, we have notes, we have you know ebooks. There's information over here to help anybody that's trying to get into the industry. So to help you, something that I wish I had when I was coming up. It was good to have. I have actually a couple mentors that gave me some games, so you know I was kind of lucky, to be on that end of the stick. But in order for me to give back, to the community uh, that's been supporting me and our channel over here, I decided to do that community. So NEMT University, along with this YouTube channel, but those two places is where you can get free resources, and I would strongly suggest anybody that's watching the video to go over there to our newsletter, which is it's in the chat. It's right here in the chat. Open Substack.com, NEMT University Substack.com. And besides that, like I said, we're gonna have the membership that's rolling out. We'll try to have it done before the end of spring hits. We're trying to work out the kinks in the back office to make sure that people are getting what they pay for. And because that community, I believe, is going to be something that's pretty special as far as NEMT goes. Reason why, like I said, I decided to share this information. Started on TikTok. So if you got some questions, just shoot me the questions before we tap out. I just wanted to come on here real quick, see how this live thing go, and if I can, answer some questions to help people out on their journey. So if you do got some questions, just go ahead and shoot me some questions. If not, like I said, we will. I'll be still making my videos because we got another video dropping on Friday. And we'll keep on bringing some quality information. Again, oh yeah, also like I said in the NEMT University newsletter or that community, we're going to have our first guest working out the kinks now as far as when we can get the right scheduling time, but we're going to have another fellow company that's into the broker side to give y'all some information on what's the best route to go as far as linking up with brokers. Okay, so I don't believe nobody got no more questions. So what I'm gonna do, just like I used to do on TikTok, is there's certain things in life where we got to throw our bootstraps on and just go ahead and go on go mode. So what my grandmother used to tell me, and I'm gonna tell you, is don't do what you can do today, tomorrow. Don't do what you can do today, tomorrow. Meaning, if the little bit of information that I shared with you today helped you, and you want to get started in this particular business, I don't give a fuck if it's this business or not. It could be something else. But if you got an idea, don't let it get dormant in your mind. Don't do what you can do today, tomorrow. Just go ahead and do that shit today. You know what I'm talking about? What I'm saying? Tomorrow ain't promised. So with that being said, you probably got a family out there that you want to do this stuff for. You know what I'm saying? You want to do a different lifestyle for yourself. You might want to just get the fuck up out that job. The job might be wearing you down. I know it. I be thinking about that shit on a daily basis, like I'm glad. So with that being said, don't procrastinate. If you got some information today, go look the information up, and go execute. And to you, I believe it's proclaim Michael. Like I said, I forgot what I was about to say. But you're in my backyard, so if you need something, just go ahead and email me. I'm glad you joined our group over there. I'll see y'all on the next one. Say good.